Hi, and welcome to Alicia's Product Reviews. I will be reviewing this Binwen heat resistant gloves. Okay, so I'm a baker, kind of, sort of. I mean, I like baking and I like cooking and I smoke meat and I grill my meat, but I hate getting burnt. And I did that too. I used to be a very avid sewer and I've slowed down on doing that. But I do little tiddly pot projects here and there whenever I feel like it or have spare time. But back to being burnt. Being burnt is absolutely no fun. So I'm always looking for something to help me protect myself because, like, my worst part is like when you pull something out of the oven, you usually get burnt like on your arm somewhere, or when you lift up and you're like, you just barely get it. I've done it every single way you can possibly think of. I've burnt, like, I've accidentally twisted my arm the wrong way and the paint hit my arm, or I've lifted up or lifted down and I hit it, it burns me. So I have been burnt every single way possible you can think of. When I found these, I was so excited. To give you kind of an idea about them, these gloves at 212 degrees Fahrenheit will last for 55 to 68 seconds, like you won't feel anything. Then if you turn it up to 482 degrees Fahrenheit, it will last you from 21 to 23 seconds. You turn it up to 662 degrees Fahrenheit and it will last you 16 to 18 seconds. And then, craziest of all, 232 degrees Fahrenheit, it will last you up to 12 to 15 seconds. That is hot. I would never use these for that kind of heat. But like I said, if you happen to need something that really can help you, these are it. I mean, they can help you hold it with a few basic rules. And of course, your max temperature, you can only hold it at 932 degrees, is for 12 to 15 seconds. So don't go try it longer. I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but I wouldn't suggest it. Anyways, let's start with this. So, sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. I can't handle that. To start off, they give you these, they give you free in this package are these little pot holders. They're made of silicone, which is really cool because they're squishy and soft and, just kind of like sturdy until they're just like, one of those cool things. So I guess if you needed them smaller, you can make them smaller, or if you wanted them bigger, you can make them bigger, depending on the size of your pot, how you're holding it. You do get 2 of them. So, again, depending on the size of your pot, you might want it small, and then again, you might want it big. So, you have that size option with these. It's pretty cool. I've never seen them this way before. I always have, like, the cloth ones. So, this is really neat to give you an alternative idea for pot holders versus the traditional old cloth or plastic ones, or that whatever you want to call them, that our grandparents have used and our parents used as we were growing up. Next, we have the actual gloves. Yay! These gloves are nice and thick. When I say thick, they're really thick. I love that they got my arm away, so therefore I have ample opportunities to not worry about my arm getting burnt in the small little areas. And of course, it's the worst when you get burnt in those ways. And it's cool because it's got these little grippy things on them, so it makes it easier to hold on to something. Like, I could probably almost snap my fingers in these because they're like that kind of, material that anyways, you could see it. So one side's got the name of the product. Ooh, there it is right there. And yes, Ben, this is a win. Or it is Binwen or whatever. So anyways, and it's nice because they're reversible. You put it on one hand or the other. It doesn't really matter. There's no right or wrong way. They're just big and wonderful. And as I had stated before, they are really thick. They're lined. They're not only with the black, but there's also an interior of white. I like the black being on the outside because if you do barbecue or you are playing near the fire, people, not a good suggestion, but I know people do it. At least if they're black, so all the soot will just kind of blend in on the glove, and you won't notice that your gloves are soot color covered. Unless you probably go and touch things, and where these little pads right here, the grip pads can probably pick up some of the soot on them and put it on other stuff, or whatever you want to call the black stuff. So anyways, this thing is lined with this in and through and through. So you're not just talking your fingers. I mean, if you look at this even that way, the fingers themselves are really thick. The whole product itself is thick, but the whole purpose is to protect your hands when you're cooking or grilling or whatever it might be. Playing in fire, not recommended. Yes, I am a mom, and I will say, don't play with fire. It is bad. Very, very bad. Anyways, so again, I'll put them on both my hands so you can laugh at me frivolously from wherever you may be positioned and watching my video. It's not easy to do both of them at one time, by the way, because my fingers, they're so thick. I feel like I'm like a beast. I'm telling you, these are pretty good. I might need to try these out in the wintertime to like keep my hands warm and just see how they do for that, man. It snowed here last night, so you know, if I had to actually touch snow, I wonder how good these would be. Anyways, again, these are heat resistant gloves. As always, I'll put the link below in the description so you can check them out yourself. And I'm trying to say what else. It is not a permanent protection against fire. Not a permanent. It's only temporarily. Yes, they could probably catch on fire, and they're not probably good to like pour hot water on because, of course, they are cloth and it will go through. And they say to keep them clean. So I'm guessing they're machine washable. I probably would not dry them, and I wouldn't do it on too hot of water because, you know, you want to protect them yourself, and unless your hands are small like mine, you don't want to shrink them. But then again, with my hands, my hands are kind of big. So anyways, thank you for watching. Link below in the description, and I will see you again next time. I can't touch another